Hey y'all, it's Sherry G, and I'm back with some more commentary on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I'm going to talk about OWN too, because in my opinion, they got some mess going on, or they're starting some mess. It just seems like they're really trying to get the viewers riled up and cause division and all kind of crap. Hey, if you haven't done so, go ahead and like this video before I get started. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. So look, I am going to talk about a post or a marketing piece that OWN put out, and I actually loaded it on my community page. I'm going to read it, and then I want to do some commentary around that because it just really had me in my head thinking about all of the things that has transpired since Saturday. And as I said in a previous video, it's been a lot that transpired since Saturday. There's just so much going on. It wasn't enough that we had to endure seeing Carlos parade Martell around in an effort to, make him look good. They were on the Clear My Name campaign, going around. Ugh. Anyway, just y'all forgive me, but my brain is just like going right now. But it wasn't enough that we had to endure Carlos with that cackling laugh that just grates my nerve, parading Martell around, and Martell with that devilish grin on his face as he proceeds to tell lies. It just, it wasn't enough that we had to see all that. Then we had to endure the fiasco that took place with those documents being leaked and all the drama that caused. On top of that, then there was actually witnessing the birthday party. And watching that scene, I'm sure that most of us could tell that it was heavily edited because we see Martell going in there, Melody approaching him. He goes off screaming like a banshee in Miss Van's face. Just so disrespectful. And then we just see him lollygagging through the venue, approaching the children, hugging the children, and then casually leaving. Now, if you know, like I know, that is not how it works with Martell. Like when he is up like that and he is out of control like that, he stays there, and it takes some work to get him down. So that's the part we didn't see. That's the part that was cut out. That's the part that was heavily edited. And so it kind of made him look good in the eyes of people who don't know Martell and who don't really watch this show. Like, the others over there, Sherelle's World, who don't really watch this show but want to report on this show. That's why I'm alleging, and that's my opinion. But for those of us who have been in touch with the show from the beginning until now, and even if you just recently started watching it like a couple of seasons ago, you've seen enough to know that it just doesn't work like that with Martell. Something had to take place. Somebody had to approach him to bring him down. So at first, I thought it was perhaps Chris Fletcher because I know he was standing there, and you could see as Martell was proceeding to move into the venue, you could see it looked like Chris moving along with him. However, according to these internet streets, that's not what happened. Melody allegedly has two cousins that actually posted about that scene, saying yes, it was heavily edited. And they also alluded to the fact, or stated actually, that they had two cousins that are really big, 6-foot, huge guys that were there, and that they were talking to him inside that vestibule, and they were the ones to bring him down, and that one of them actually escorted him to a certain point inside the venue, and then we got to a certain point, that person escorted him out. So of course Carlos had that edited, and I'm saying Carlos because Carlos is the one, he told us out of his own mouth that every scene All of the edits have to be approved by him. So he puts his stamp of approval on the editing. He puts his stamp of approval on the scenes. So he also approved that Miss Vance pieces were cut out. So we really didn't see her, besides we saw the volatile moment when Martell was screaming in her face. And Carlos likes crap like this. I am totally convinced that he gets off on this type of drama, that he gets off on seeing women go at each other like crazy fools, and that he's getting off on seeing men get into the faces of women, which causes me to kind of question what is really going on in the mind of Carlos. He is the king of drama for sure. But this marketing piece by Own really troubled me because, first of all, the wording kind of took me back because it seems so one-sided. And let me just go ahead and read it, just in case you didn't see it. It says, Saturday's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville brought the drama, tea, and everything in between. Martell revealed that Melody is preventing him from seeing the kids. Who do you think was justified in this situation? Tacky as hell, okay? I thought this was tacky as hell because it seemed to be very one-sided in the favor of Martell. But so it was a poll, and you got to vote whether you thought that whether you were on the side of Martell or whether you were on the side of Melody. And looking at the votes that I saw, majority of everyone, and I checked it again today, was on the side of Melody. It was like 85% and 15% for Martell. You know, OWN didn't even have to waste their time putting this up, because if they really have eyes out there, they would have known how this was going to go. If they know that she is the one who most of the viewers favor anyway. She has the largest fan base. So this particular marketing piece was just an absolute miss, but it was also, in my mind, a revelation of the network. And I know it's Carlos King, so a bigger revelation of him. I could never support anything that he produces going forward after all of the hot mess that he has caused on this show. And that's just my opinion. But for the network, in my mind, it says that they actually don't support Black excellence. That they only care about the ratings. It doesn't matter. It's just all about the ratings. That they don't understand the heart of the majority of the viewers, because, like I said, if they did, they wouldn't have wasted their time posting this nonsense, putting this poll out there. It also says to me that they support the castmates and the camera crew and everyone else working in an unsafe work environment, because Martell becomes so unhinged and so unglued that, you just never know if someone's going to say something and it causes him to pop off like it did on that reunion stage last year. It says to me also that they support abusive men who want to control their wives, their ex-wives, their partners, their baby mamas, etc. They support that, in my mind. They support that by putting this crappy poll up. They don't care about the children, because if they did, they wouldn't have had a parking space reserved for Martell at that venue, and they would have assisted Melody in getting him off the premises. They wouldn't have allowed him to show up. And then I keep wondering, could it be that they want to rewrite the script? Is that what they really want to do? Because I don't think they really want to cancel the show because the ratings are so high as far as it compares to the other shows. Like, this is their number one show. I realize that the ratings have dropped dramatically recently, but this is still their number one show. And maybe they just want to rewrite the script. And when I think about Carlos and his past interviews, I think about the interview that he had with Melody when she was revealing to him that there was a time when she just wanted to leave because she didn't feel safe. And he said, What? You didn't tell me. She didn't have to tell you, Carlos. You're not an idiot, I'm sure. You see what's happening on your show season after season after season after season for 6 years. You've seen what she's been up against season after season after season after season for the past 6 years. You even sat on the stage crying like a baby, telling Martell that you were concerned for him after he blew up behind stage at the last reunion. So you already know not only what she's up against, but what everyone else is potentially up against if Martell decides to just pop off. And I don't even think it's a decision. He just goes there, right, without thinking. And then in the interview with Stormy, Carlos was saying something about she's the future face of the network or the future face of the brand. I'm not really sure of the exact wording, but it was something like that. He was pumping her up, and it was something like that. So I'm just wondering, I don't know, what do you guys think? But what I can tell you is that I'm very disappointed with OWN. This whole, everything that's been happening, and there's been some other PR pieces or marketing pieces that they put out too that were just questionable and just didn't seem right. But we know that Carlos is behind all of this. And so I was looking at some of the different castmates and some of the things that they post, and I noticed more and more how he comes right up under their comments and he's right at the top congratulating them, saying you go girl and things like that. I've never seen him do that for Melody. I've never seen him do that for anything that she posts. I don't know, maybe I missed it. If I did, I stand to be corrected. You guys can remind me or inform me because I missed it. But anyway, that's just my view. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. I was just really disgusted, and I still am disgusted with this poll and with everything that's taken place lately. I don't know how you guys feel, but please share down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you. Keep in mind that I would also like you to like this video. If you took time to be here, you might as well like the video. It's the least you can do. You don't have to join, or subscribe to the channel, but that would be appreciated as well. For those of you that are subscribers, just know from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you being here. I really do. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that when I upload another video, you'll be in the know. That's all I have for you for right now. Until next time, ciao.